Just 3 small vitamins to stop frequent urination at night. Have you ever asked yourself why your sleep keeps getting interrupted, even when you try to do everything right? Many men over 60 experience the same challenge, waking up once, twice, sometimes even 3 times each night just to use the bathroom. It may seem harmless at first, but over time it slowly wears down your energy, mood, and focus during the day. The good news is, frequent nighttime urination isn't always just part of getting older. In many cases, the body is simply lacking a few key nutrients that help the bladder work more calmly and efficiently at night. In this video, we'll gently walk through 3 essential vitamins that support bladder muscle control, reduce irritation, and help you stay asleep longer. These aren't medications, and they don't work overnight, but with consistency, they can make a real difference. If you're tired of waking up when your body should be resting, you're not alone, and you do have options. Let's take a closer look at what might be missing from your routine and how small changes can lead to deeper, more peaceful sleep. Waking up once in the middle of the night to use the bathroom may seem harmless, but when it begins to happen 2 or 3 times night after night, it starts to wear on your sleep, your mood, and your energy. This condition has a name: nocturia. Simply put, it means your body is waking you up more than once during the night because of the need to urinate. And while many people assume it's just an old age thing, there's more to it than that. It's true that as we grow older, the bladder holds less urine and our sleep becomes lighter. But that doesn't mean frequent nighttime urination is something you have to accept. In fact, many older adults sleep through the night without these interruptions. Nocturia is usually a sign that something in the body is out of balance, whether it's related to the bladder hormones or even the nervous system. For example, diabetes can lead to excess urine production, especially if blood sugar is not well controlled. An enlarged prostate, which is very common in men over 60, may block normal urine flow and create the sensation of incomplete emptying. And in some cases, sleep disorders like apnea or chronic insomnia cause the brain to misread signals from the bladder. All of these can work together, making it harder to tell where the problem starts. What's often missed in this conversation is the role of micronutrients. Certain vitamins and minerals help your body regulate bladder signals, reduce unnecessary spasms, and keep the bladder wall strong and calm. When the body is low in these nutrients, even a small amount of urine may feel urgent. You may find yourself waking up not because your bladder is full, but because it's irritated or overstimulated. That's why for many men, starting with gentle nutrition support makes more sense than reaching straight for medication. While medications can help in certain situations, they often come with side effects like dizziness, dry mouth, or even constipation, which can create a whole new set of problems. By contrast, addressing vitamin and mineral imbalances works with your body's natural rhythm and often leads to more lasting results. So instead of thinking of nocturia as something you just have to live with, it may help to think of it as a signal. A quiet reminder that your body needs something, not necessarily a pill, but support. In the next section, we'll begin with one of the most important vitamins for bladder muscle control and why it might be the missing piece in your sleep puzzle. Vitamin D, the muscle protector. Let's start with a vitamin that most people associate with bones, but few realize is also deeply involved in bladder health: vitamin D. If you've ever felt like your bladder muscles are weak, or you often experience a sudden uncontrollable urge to urinate, vitamin D might be playing a bigger role than you think. Some men even describe a feeling of pressure or slight spasms, especially at night, signs that the bladder muscles may not be functioning as smoothly as they should. These issues can quietly worsen over time if the body doesn't have the support it needs. Vitamin D plays a key role in muscle tone and nerve function, including the muscles that help the bladder contract and relax properly. Inside the bladder, there are smooth muscle fibers that need coordination to hold urine and then release it at the right time. When vitamin D levels are low, these muscles can become weaker or more prone to overactivity. This can lead to urgency, more frequent trips to the bathroom, and that frustrating feeling of never fully emptying your bladder. Several studies have shown a clear connection between low vitamin D levels and an increase in nighttime urination. One research paper published in the journal PLOS One found that adults with low vitamin D were significantly more likely to report symptoms of nocturia, especially those over the age of 60. Another study in BMC Urology observed that Improving vitamin D levels helped reduce the frequency of nighttime trips to the bathroom in both men and women. While it's not a miracle cure, these findings suggest that vitamin D plays a direct role in how the bladder behaves at night. Beyond muscle control, vitamin D also affects the lining of the bladder wall and the nerves that send signals to the brain. When your body is deficient, these signals may become misaligned, making you feel like you need to urinate even when your bladder isn't full. Over time, this creates a pattern of interrupted sleep and rising frustration. But the good news is, restoring vitamin D is often simple and very safe when done gradually and with awareness. One of the best sources of vitamin D is natural sunlight. Just 15 to 20 minutes of gentle morning sunlight on the skin without sunscreen can help the body produce what it needs. If you live in a cloudy climate or spend most of your time indoors, adding more vitamin D-rich foods to your plate can help. Think of foods like fatty fish, especially salmon and mackerel egg yolks, and fortified cereals or dairy products. For some people, especially during winter months or with limited sun exposure, a supplement may be necessary. But it's always best to check with your doctor first, especially if you're taking other medications. If this tip surprised you or made you think differently about your symptoms, we'd love to hear from you. Just type vitamin D in the comments below so we know you're still with us. And as we move into the next vitamin, keep in mind, sometimes the smallest nutrients have the biggest impact on your daily comfort. Let's continue. Magnesium, the calm controller. Now let's talk about another essential nutrient that works quietly behind the scenes: magnesium. If you've ever felt sudden bladder spasms, experienced an urgent need to urinate even when your bladder isn't full, or found it hard to fully relax and fall back asleep after getting up in the night, low magnesium could be a hidden factor. These symptoms are often signs of an overactive bladder where the muscles contract too frequently or too strongly, and magnesium plays a key role in calming this activity down. Magnesium helps regulate the function of smooth muscle, which includes the bladder wall. These muscles need to contract in a coordinated way when you urinate and then stay relaxed the rest of the time. But without enough magnesium, the nerves that control those muscles can become overstimulated. This overstimulation can lead to sudden urges, poor bladder control, and frequent interruptions during the night. Think of magnesium as a gentle, calming agent that helps your bladder stay quiet until it's truly time to go. Scientific research continues to support this idea. A study published in Current Urology found that magnesium supplementation helped reduce urinary urgency and frequency in women with overactive bladder. Other research suggests that low magnesium levels may increase the likelihood of bladder spasms and sleep disturbances. While much of the research focuses on women, the mechanisms are very similar in men, especially as we age and the bladder becomes more sensitive. Older adults are especially vulnerable to magnesium deficiency for several reasons. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing magnesium from food. Certain medications, such as diuretics and acid reducers, can also deplete magnesium levels over time. And for some, changes in diet, like eating fewer whole foods or relying on convenience meals, can further reduce daily intake. That's why magnesium deficiency often goes unnoticed, even though it plays a vital role in sleep and bladder control. Fortunately, magnesium is found in many whole foods that are easy to include in a senior-friendly diet. Some of the best sources include pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, and brown rice. Even small daily servings of these foods can help restore balance gently over time. If dietary changes aren't enough, a magnesium supplement may be worth considering. Look for forms like magnesium glycinate or citrate, which are often better tolerated by the digestive system. It's best to start with a low dose and speak with a healthcare provider, especially if you have kidney issues or take other medications. Has magnesium helped you sleep better or reduced nighttime bathroom trips? If so, we'd love to know. Share your experience in the comments by typing magnesium below. And if you haven't tried it yet, this could be one of the gentlest, most effective ways to help your bladder settle down at night. In the next section, we'll explore a vitamin that not only supports your immune system, but also helps calm bladder irritation from the inside out. Vitamin C, the silent inflammation fighter. Sometimes the urge to urinate at night isn't about how full your bladder is, it's about how irritated it feels. When the lining of the bladder becomes inflamed, it can send false signals to the brain, making you feel like you need to go even when there's very little urine inside. This type of sensitivity is more common than people realize, especially in older adults. And one of the most helpful nutrients for calming this irritation is vitamin C. Vitamin C is widely known for supporting the immune system, but it also has powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Inside the bladder, oxidative stress and low-level inflammation can build up over time, especially when the body is exposed to poor diet, chronic stress, or environmental toxins. Vitamin C helps reduce this inflammation by neutralizing free radicals and calming the tissues. When inflammation decreases, the nerves in the bladder become less reactive, and nighttime urgency often improves. Another lesser-known role of vitamin C is its importance in collagen production. Collagen is a protein that gives structure and flexibility to many parts of the body, including the bladder wall. As we age, collagen naturally declines, which can cause bladder tissues to become weaker or more rigid. With less flexibility, the bladder may not stretch as easily, triggering more frequent signals to empty, even when it's only partly full. By supporting collagen synthesis, vitamin C helps keep these tissues strong, elastic, and better able to hold urine through the night. Thankfully, getting vitamin C from food is easy and delicious. Some of the best sources include citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruit, bell peppers, strawberries, and blueberries. These foods not only support bladder health, but also provide other benefits like boosting immunity and promoting healthy skin. For many people, a diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables is enough to maintain healthy vitamin C levels without needing supplements. However, if you're considering a vitamin C supplement, there are a few things to keep in mind. Taking very high doses, especially more than 1,000 milligrams per day, can sometimes irritate the bladder or cause digestive upset. Look for supplements that are labeled as buffered or combined with bioflavonoids, as they tend to be gentler on the stomach and more effective in absorption. And as always, speak with your healthcare provider if you're managing other health conditions. If you learned something new about vitamin C today, we'd appreciate it if you hit the like button to let us know this topic helped you. Every bit of support helps us reach more people who are quietly struggling with the same issue. Coming up next, we'll look at a few common mistakes that often prevent these vitamins from working and what to do instead. Keep watching, you're doing a great job taking care of yourself. Even though vitamins can support better bladder control, there are a few common mistakes that can quietly limit their benefits. The first has to do with timing. Some people take their vitamins right before bed thinking it will help overnight. But for certain nutrients, especially magnesium and vitamin C, taking them too late may actually stimulate the bladder, leading to more nighttime urgency instead of less. That's why many health professionals recommend taking vitamins earlier in the day, preferably with breakfast or lunch. Another issue is over-supplementing, particularly with vitamin C. While this nutrient supports bladder lining and inflammation control, taking doses that are too high, often above 1,000 milligrams per day, can cause gastrointestinal upset, such as bloating or loose stools. In some sensitive individuals, high doses may also irritate the bladder wall, increasing the very urgency they were trying to reduce. When it comes to vitamins, more is not always better. The goal is balance, not overload. One mistake that often goes unnoticed is focusing only on supplements without adjusting daily habits. Vitamins can support muscle tone, nerve signaling, and tissue healing, but they work best when combined with basic lifestyle changes. Things like reducing evening fluid intake, doing gentle pelvic exercises, and limiting caffeine can make a big difference. Supplements can't do all the work alone, they need a supportive routine around them to be most effective. Lastly, many people expect quick results, but most nutritional changes take time. The body doesn't heal overnight, especially when we're addressing long-standing patterns. With vitamins, most people begin noticing changes in sleep or bladder control around the 2 to 3 week mark. Being consistent is key, even if the results aren't immediate. This is a gentle process, and giving your body the time it needs can lead to better long-term success. So if you've started using these vitamins but haven't seen full results yet, don't get discouraged. Small improvements may already be happening under the surface. Keep going, stay patient, and combine these nutrients with daily habits that support your body's natural rhythm. In the next section, we'll share a few simple lifestyle habits that make these vitamins even more effective, starting with what you do before bed. While vitamins like D magnesium and C can support bladder function from the inside, they work best when paired with a few simple lifestyle habits. One of the most helpful routines involves activating the pelvic floor, those deep muscles that support your bladder, prostate, and lower abdomen. Gentle pelvic floor exercises, sometimes called Kegels, can improve bladder control by helping the muscles contract and relax in a more coordinated way. Just a few sets each day done slowly and without strain can make a real difference over time. Another supportive habit is to elevate your legs for about 30 minutes in the early evening, especially if you deal with swelling or fluid retention in the lower legs. This helps shift fluid back into circulation so your kidneys can process it before bedtime. After that, gently emptying the bladder, even if you don't feel an urgent need, can reduce the chances of waking up later. These small timing shifts often help your body settle more fully into rest at night. It's also important to avoid bladder irritants in the evening. Caffeine, alcohol, and even large amounts of water close to bedtime can increase urine production and overstimulate the bladder. Try cutting off fluids about 2 hours before sleep and choose calming drinks instead of stimulants. This gives your system time to settle and your bladder time to drain before you lie down. Adding a short walk after dinner is another gentle yet powerful strategy. Movement helps boost circulation, improve digestion, and support vitamin absorption, especially fat-soluble ones like vitamin D. You don't need to go far or fast. Even a 10-minute stroll around the block or a few laps inside your home can signal your body that it's time to wind down. And if you'd like to add something warm and soothing to your evening routine, consider trying an anti-inflammatory tea blend. A simple mix of warm water, a slice of fresh ginger, and a few drops of lemon can calm the stomach, reduce inflammation, and support gentle hydration without overwhelming the bladder. It's a quiet way to end the day and send your body a signal that healing and rest are on the way. For many men, frequent nighttime urination isn't just a physical problem, it quietly becomes an emotional burden. The broken sleep, the fatigue, the irritation of getting up again and again, it can leave you feeling frustrated, isolated, even discouraged. But most people don't talk about this part. They don't talk about how hard it is to function during the day when your nights are constantly interrupted. And that silence can make you feel like you're the only one struggling. But here's the truth, you're not weak, and this isn't your fault. Your body isn't failing, it's simply trying to speak to you in the only way it knows how. That urgency, that restlessness, that middle-of-the-night trip to the bathroom, it's a message. And sometimes that message is as simple as, I need support. Support in the form of better sleep routines, small lifestyle adjustments, or the right balance of nutrients that help the bladder and muscles stay calm and coordinated. Vitamins like D magnesium and C aren't cures, and they won't fix everything overnight. But they are a gentle way to invite healing. They work with your body, not against it, and over time they can help restore a sense of control and confidence. When paired with small, consistent changes, they can help turn restless nights into more peaceful ones. And most of all, they remind you that even later in life, your body is still capable of responding, improving, and finding balance again. You are not broken. Even if your nights have been restless and your energy feels low, your body still has the capacity to respond, to heal, and to find balance again. These small steps you're taking, whether it's adjusting your routine, eating better, or adding supportive vitamins, are more than physical changes. They are quiet acts of care. And sometimes that care is exactly what your body has been waiting for. Taking vitamins isn't just about fixing a symptom. It's a way of telling your body, I haven't given up on you. Nutrients like vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin C work best when they're part of a larger message, one that says, I want to feel better, sleep deeper, and live with more comfort. Your body hears that message even in small ways, and over time, those small changes add up. You deserve more than just getting through the night. You deserve the dignity of deep rest, the calm of waking up clear-minded, and the quiet confidence that comes from feeling in control again. If this video helped you, let us know in the comments which vitamin you're planning to try first. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. We share gentle, science-based solutions made especially for people over 50 because your health matters and your quality of life is worth protecting. Thank you for being here.